as of now. We started off with dreams, and from there, I think we tried to figure out about success and failure. How exactly is the road towards success? And all the respected professors, you only guided me that there are no shortcut to success. Then we had a little bit about idea about the concept of Diksharam, which was the student induction program, and as mentors what exactly our role in the context of the purpose of Diksharam. We figured out that we also discussed a little bit about how exactly the priorities in the life of us as well as our students. So that was what we discussed with those six options. Taking it forward, I think we just ended with that open door project video case study where we figured out what exactly the open door project and how is it going to impact education at the grassroots level in our country. So on that note, I think as of now there are 40 respected participants. So let's start, and I think nice to get a response from all of you, including Dr. Ramesh, Professor Rajeshwari, and Professor Sara. Everybody has dropped a yes in the chat box, and I hope all those who are joining now, you can also drop a yes in the chat box. So let's start, and this was the last slide we saw, and I hope those were there who watched the video, you will make sense of the Open Door project and what exactly the impact it is expected to have in the days and years to come. So this is Mr. Shantanu Prakash, and the organization is the Millennium
ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ
School.
ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲಸ
So
ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ.
when we move forward, I think
ಯಾವ ಡೇಟ್ ಅದ
skill-based
ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಕೊಡು.
education in India. I think Professor
ಅಲ್ಲ
Jadhav,
97 ಮತ್ತೆ
kindly mute yourself. Thank you so much. We would love to hear from Professor Jadhav a little later on. So now the focus is on skill-based education in India. And when we talk about there is some kind of a synchronized curriculum with the industry, that is what NEP is guiding us. And those who are involved in framing of the course, the syllabus, and all, I hope you have kept that in mind. And before going for the break, we understood the importance of having a learner-centric method in our classes, whether it's an offline session ho या online session हो, rather than maybe a teacher-centric approach. Learner-centric approach में हमने देखा कि the need for a group activity, the need for a little bit of discussion, practical exposure. We talk about little bit of field trips, internship, and things like that. As I said, that internship is coming in a big way in different courses and all. That is what in lines with the industry, all the academic institute, the universities are doing it. Employability, entrepreneurship, these are also the words that are catching up, and we see a lot of our students in different courses in different parts of our country where they are now also inclined towards startup. So these are things what as an academician, as mentors, we need to try and bring it up before them during the course of our regular sessions or while we are doing the mentoring. So skill-based education in India, when we look at it, there should be a synchronized curriculum with the industry in terms of internship opportunity, in terms of employability, in terms of entrepreneurship ventures, and also startups and all. And it is very, very important to understand and recognize the prior learning of our students. And that's why when we look at this particular point, I will remind all of you about something which is what is learning. And I really believe in it, and hopefully you will all agree with it. When we talk about learning, it is natural that if we tell someone something, hopefully he or she will forget. If we try and teach, chances are that our students may remember. But I think true learning is going to happen when we can involve our students. And मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप ज़रूर ऐसे ही करते होंगे आपके सेशंस वगैरह में, where you try and involve your students, and then only I think they will get the true essence of learning. So this is very, very important for all of us to try and please remember. And all the respected professors, मुझे उम्मीद है कि ज़रूर आप ये अपने students को बोलते रहते होंगे, and you actually try and involve them in whatever subjects you take, whatever course, whatever sessions, whether it's an offline or an online. Involvement is the first thing which will help us to have some sort of a learning. When we talk about skill development in higher education in our country, I think all of us are aware about the National Skill Development Policy of 2015. इनके बारे में अगर आप थोड़ा देखेंगे, द नेशनल स्किल डेवलपमेंट पॉलिसी, आई थिंक, फॉर स्किल डेवलपment and entrepreneurship. We will look at some case studies, examples in the coming few minutes, which will talk about this particular aspects about the entrepreneurship spirits. And मुझे उम्मीद है कि once we see another video, you will understand what kind of an impact all these entrepreneurial ventures are having among not only our students but also people at large. So when we talk about the this policy, which is a national skill development policy of 2015, what exactly the broad objectives? It might look little lengthy, but you see these words are very, very impactful and important. The first one, when we look at it, the first one is to try and empower the individual. Now we are talking about empowering our girl students along with maybe the boys and all. How this is going to happen? By empowering and enabling them to realize their full potential. And how are they going to realize their full potential? This is what I think you and me, we are supposed to try and guide them through a process of lifelong learning. And that's why I think not just the normal traditional medium of getting education, but there are so many other options which helps them to get a little bit of lifelong learning, where competencies are accumulated via various instruments such as credit transfer. We talk about credible certification. We talk about credit accumulation. We all have heard about different aspects of NEP, the new things that are taking shape in the country. So that is one of the primary objective, which is about lifelong learning. That mindset should be there. The second one, if you talk about as individual grows, I think the society and the nation also benefit from their productivity and growth. So when we talk about not just getting employment for our students, but we always motivate them so that they can try and give employment to others. So that should be the entrepreneurial mindset with which hopefully our students are going to be nurtured. So at this moment, my request for all of you, I hope we have warmed ourselves up after the break with a quick cup of tea or a coffee. So I hope you'll not mind taking part in another role play. So I will first get a confirmation from all of you, and then we will move forward. My question is, are we ready for another quick role play? So last time it was about doing a ranking of the six options, but now it will be about looking for colors in a dress. मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप जरूर भाग लेना चाहेंगे. You love to participate. I'll show you a picture of a dress and then request you to mention the color that you saw in that particular dress. So it's very simple. If you are having maybe a couple of minutes of your time, you can actively engage yourself, take part in this role play. I repeat once again, in this role play, I'll show you on screen a picture of a dress. आपको देखना होगा, उसके बाद आई रिक्वेस्ट यू टू मेंशन द कलर और कलर्स. जो भी आपको दिखाई देगा उस ड्रेस में, आपको सिर्फ चैट बॉक्स में लिखना है along with your department. I repeat, along with your department once again, because otherwise the answer will not be valid. So that is the only criteria in this role play. You have to mention the color or colors of the dress along with the name of your department once again. So as of now, I can see Professor Suhasini. Thank you, Professor Sara. Professor Mahavir is saying yes, sure. Dr. Sridevi is there. Dr. Ramesh, Professor Dr. Kiran. Lot of sports enthusiastic professors. I hope I heard one or two of them in the beginning of the session. Dr. Kiran is there with us. Professor Rajeshwari, Dr. Mohan Rao. Thank you, Dr. Mohan Rao. Professor Parveen is there. Yes, Professor H.P. Appaji. And since I requested in the beginning of the session that not everybody got an opportunity to unmute at the beginning, but anytime you are free to unmute, you are most welcome to share a little bit about your interest in life along with your department and your university. So जब भी आपको मौका मिले, आप जरूर सामने आइए, because I don't want this opportunity to let go, where I got a chance to connect with so many respected professors from all across the country. So मुझे वो खुशी होगा आपसे बातचीत करते हुए. So please feel free, come forward whenever you are free, and you can share a little bit about yourself, just like already respected professors have done in the first part of the session. So चलिए देखते हैं ये role playing, and उसके बाद we will try and get to figure out from you. So my question is, you have to watch carefully and mention the color or colors of the dress. आपको सिर्फ ये देखना है और कलर और कलर्स ऑफ द ड्रेस मेंशन करना है एंड आई होप एवरीबody will play very well because life is a game and why not we play it together this afternoon and here comes that particular slide and मुझे उम्मीद है कि अब ज़रूर खेलेंगे अच्छे तरीके से so this is the slide which says life is a game and only condition as I reminded you please mention the color or color of the dress but along with your department's name otherwise the answer will not be acceptable so here comes the first role play के बाद the second one identify the color or color of the dress ठीक से देखेंगे आप and उसके बाद आप आंसर दीजिए along with the name of your department. Your time starts now. And I hope everybody will have a long look at this particular dress. And then I will expect you to write down whatever color or colors you are seeing in the dress. But along with your answer, please mention your department's name. जरूर आप अपना डिपार्टमेंट का नाम भी लिखिएंगे चैट बॉक्स में सो आई होप all of you got a very long look at it for at least 10-20 seconds and you all will be able to answer this question so let's see what all answers we are getting. सबसे पहला answer I think Professor Sara from Department of CS Blue and Black. Very good. Dr. Mohan Kumar had said blue and black from Kannada department. Rest of the professor, I hope you will answer very fast. Professor, yes, black and white from Department of Education. Yes, Professor Suhasini is saying white and brown with black lines from Education Department. White, red, and yellow. Mention the department, please, Professor Bharati. I think that will be nice. Dr. Mahavir is mentioning blue and black. Thank you. From Department of Environment Science, Dr. Harsha is also seeing blue and black. Yes, Dr. Ramesh also seeing some hint of blue. Dr. Sridevi, once again, if you can kindly unmute and confirm what colors you saw in the dress and your department, Dr. Sridevi, once again, if possible, can you just confirm by unmuting what colors you noticed in the
Afternoon, sir.
dress? Yeah, good afternoon.
White.
Boliye, please.
Colors are sir white, brown, yellow, and some dot like red in
Okay,
that picture.
very good. And which department, ma'am, you represent?
I am from Department of Physical Education, Shivaji University, Kolhapur, from
Okay,
Maharashtra.
okay. And what other interest in life you have?
I like traveling and make new recipes and serve to others also.
Okay, अगर offline होता तो all the fellow participants would have
Yes.
tested it. Thank you so much. But no hint of blue or black?
No, sir.
Okay. Are you surprised looking at the answer in the chat box? Some of the professors
Yes.
have seen, like Professor
Black,
Rajeshwari, they
black
have
also
mentioned.
there.
Blue and dark green is Professor Rajeshwari. Then blue and black is Dr. Kiran. Thank you so much, Professor Sridevi ma'am, for mentioning that. We are seeing different answers emerging in the chat box. White and brown is Dr. Ravi. Welcome, Dr. Ravi, sir. Very good afternoon. कौन सा department, sir? If you mention kindly, white and brown from which department, sir?
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon. बोलिए please, sir.
Education department, sir. Education department.
Okay, yeah, wonderful. And sir, white and brown, that is what you saw?
Sir, those color is visible, is very clear, sir.
Okay, but not blue, no black, nothing like that?
No, sir. But mainly focus the two color, white and brown, sir.
Oh, very good, very good. Thank you. And are you surprised, sir? So many of the professors they are writing blue and black, like Professor Nagaraju is saying blue and black from Department of Commerce. Professor Anita is saying blue and black. So a lot of professors, Professor Swati is talking about golden and white. Very good. Confirm, Professor Swati, once again. You're confident?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but no hint of blue, black, nothing?
No, sir, no.
Are you surprised? Some of your fellow participants for the last few days, you all are together attending the NEP. They are seeing blue, black, or maybe green and other thing. So this is, I think, a little bit what we talk about when we do the mentoring. I think इसी से अगर हम आपसे पूछेंगे, looking at the response in the chat box, what could be the takeaway? इससे क्या बाहर आ रहा है निकल के? What could be the takeaway if any of this role play? So आपको क्या लगता है इससे क्या निकल के आ रहा है बाहर? So many professors are seeing the same thing, but not everybody is answering in the same line. So, what could be the takeaway, if any, of this particular role play? आपको क्या लगता है? So you can write it in the chat box. You can unmute and answer also. Yes, I think Dr. Suhasini is saying observation. Yes, uh, Professor Sarah is saying each one of us have different perception and vision. Very true. Everybody their own vision. Yes, Dr. Mohan Rao, बहुत बढ़िया. Different perspective is Professor Parveen. Absolutely correct. So there is no right or wrong answer. आप अपने हिसाब से लिख सकते हैं. I think what could be the probable takeaway, if any? Because this is something which is very very interesting. When we everybody saw the same thing, हमारे students के साथ भी यही होते हैं. So I think when we take a session and it is a class of maybe over 100 student or less or whatever, so each one of them, whoever is exposed to that lecture session, I think the same thing has been presented before them, but still they might have different kind of interpretation. Yes, Dr. Kiran Kumar is saying identify the strength and weakness of the students, because students following their individual differences. Absolutely true. Dr. Sridevi is saying personal vision के बारे में. And I think each one of you are vastly experienced to try and come up with the absolutely correct interpretation of the takeaways. So चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं, and as we move forward, I think you will be able to figure it out. What exactly the takeaway from my side? If you see, if I ask you the next question, as an academician, what are the important roles of an what are the important roles of an academician? There are many we know, but अगर आपको एक या दो सिर्फ point out करना होगा without elaborating, so what are the roles of an academician that are expected in 21st century from you and me? आप और हमसे क्या roles का expected रखता है? I think you can write the answer for that one. Yeah, please drop an answer. I can see, yes, very good answer coming from Professor Dr. Suhasini, who is saying roles of an academician is as a mentor. Dr. Sridevi is saying problem-solving role. Yes, good leadership. Absolutely, Dr. Ravi sir from experience is writing that. Very good answer from Dr. Ravi. Identify the types of students in our classroom, Dr. Sara. Thank you. What are the roles? Professor Rajeshwari is saying leadership. बहुत ही बढ़िया. Absolutely, Professor Mahavir, sir has given all in one plate. I think teaching, research, mentorship. Absolutely, thank you so much. I think Professor C.S. Biradar, welcome, sir. Professor Dr. C.S. Biradar, leadership. Absolutely true. बहुत ही बढ़िया answer. Uh, all the learners, that is Professor Parveen saying cater to all the learners, needs of all the learners. Absolutely, आज के तारीख पे that is also one important roles expected from you and me. Swati ma'am is saying skill development, communication is Dr. Sridevi ma'am, absolutely. And everything handled with carefully, Dr. Mohan Rao. Yes, I think nurturing, caring, those are roles expected. Again, leadership is emerging, which is very true by Professor Rajavali. Thank you very much. Welcome, Professor Rajavali. And nice to get a response from you also in the chat box. So I have been become familiar with many names as of now, and some new brands. I am really fortunate to see their response also appearing in the chat box in the second half. Thank you very much, Dr. Harsha. I think continuous learning, update knowledge, way of presentation and approach to learner, all absolutely meaningful and relevant. Thank you very much, Dr. Harsha, for that. And I think Dr. Sridevi is talking about involvement also from her side. That's great. So let's move on. And I think all taken in a good spirit. I have only the next slide to share for all of you. You see, all whatever we have pointed out in the chat box, it will come under these three roles. If I present the three roles expected from you and me in 21st century, I think it can be summed up in these three broad roles. अगर आप देखेंगे आपको लगेगा हाँ जो भी आप लिखे होंगे I think it can be summed up with this three important roles of an academician. And इसको देखने के बाद I hope you will agree that yes आज के तारीख पे you might be from any discipline, you might be working in any part of the country in any university or college or institute, but what आज के तारीख पे in 21st century is expected, the first one, it is called the interpersonal role, and I hope each one of you, since today afternoon from 2 o'clock, you have given me enough reason to believe that you score 10 on 10. Each one of you are having excellent interpersonal role, if I can say that, because the way you have interacted, even in this online session, the way you have shared your experiences, the way you have communicated, the way you have shown a little bit of appreciation for each other, I think that is the first one, which is about interpersonal role, the way we mix with our colleague, the way we support our junior, the way we learn from our seniors, and the way we connect with our students and other stakeholders, the parents, the alumni, whatever. So that talks about our interpersonal role. The second one, I think we have experienced it today, which is informational role. I have given you the first role playing where I have requested you to look at six different options. So what you have done within a span of a minute, you have processed the information. आपने इंफॉर्मेशन को प्रोसेस किया very fast. In the second case study, the role playing, what happened, I showed you a picture of a dress. There also you have processed the information very fast. So as an academician, we all need to be good with information, not just when we do research. In our day-to-day functioning, I think we all are hopefully very good with information. When we talk about the beginning of the new academic year, starting with the admission, there are also a lot of information. Then comes, I think, the question of getting the lesson plan ready. Then comes, I think, the regular evaluation, class activities. Then we talk about information when it comes to setting the question paper, moderation, evaluation. Har jaga we are dealing with information. And over and above that, our research, we talk about maybe NAC, we talk about NRIF, we talk about ISO certification. For those, also lots and lots of information we need to try and process. So that is another important role. And the third one, with those two role playing, आज जो हमने किया आपके साथ, you have given your decision. Each one of you, if you check the chat box, you will remember that आपने भगवान को नंबर वन पे रखा, या फ्रेंड्स को, या अपने फैमिली को, या करियर को. So you have taken a decision based on processing of information. And just few minutes back, when I showed you the dress, whether it is blue and black, whether it is maybe white and brown, golden and brown, whether it is red, orange, जो भी आपका जो decision है, I think you have given the decision based on processing of information. So what all points you have written in the chat box, अगर आप देखेंगे, whatever be our expertise, each one of us, I think we need to try and remember the three important roles. The first one, the interpersonal role. The second one talks about informational role, and the third one talks about our decisional role. And I think all of you played both the games very well, and you have given your decision. So let's go back to the chat box once again, and I have a request for all of you. I hope all of you got clarity about the three important roles of an academician. That is what is expected from you and me. So I hope you will be able to drop a quick yes in the chat box. I have dropped. अगर आपको आप देख चुके होंगे the interpersonal, the informational, and the decisional role. I think this is what expected from you and me, and all the points that you have mentioned comes under either of this. So I hope, yes, Professor Rajeshri, thank you, Dr. Sridevi. I can see Dr. Mohan Rao. Dr. Ramesh, thank you very much. Professor Shruti's response is also visible to me, and everybody who is here right now, I hope आपको लगेगा कि हाँ भाई हम तो ये हर रोज करते होंगे, because I think many of your institute colleges might have already gone through the next cycle and all, the peer team visit, उसके पहले the SSR and other things. So you know how and what kind of information processing needs to be done. So these are all very meaningful. And as we move forward, I think slowly but steadily, I think we all started off with dreams and all, and slowly but steadily, I think we will try and connect with another role play very soon, and from there we will understand the meaning of it. So let's move forward, and my next request to you is once again in the chat box. Is have a look at the slide, and then we go back and again have a request for you in the chat box. So we saw the previous slide where there have been a lot of importance given to little bit of entrepreneurship and the concept of startup. So everywhere I think nowadays we are talking about this the concept of startup India. एंड इसके बारे में अगर हम थोड़ा जानकारी लेंगे, आई होप यू विल पास इट टू आवर स्टूडेंट्स आल्सो. So when we talk about the concept of Startup India, when exactly it was initiated and what exactly is the concept of a startup, because हमारे बहुत सारे students होंगे who are having that creativity, that flair, that innovative mindset to come up with something of their own. So what will be called as a startup? We might be telling our students that an entity should be considered as a startup provided it fulfills certain criteria. The first one is if it is incorporated as a private limited company, as defined in the Companies Act of 2013, or it might be registered as a partnership firm under Section 59 of the Partnership Act of 1932, or even a LLP जैसे हम बोलते हैं Limited Liability Partnership under the Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008 in India. So that will be considered as a startup. So I hope all the respected professor, irrespective of your department, you must be having some entrepreneurship clubs, ventures, entrepreneurship development cell in your respective colleges, institutes, and all. And if you are in charge, so you know better than me. Otherwise, you can also guide your students on that. आज हम शुरू किए थे ड्रीम्स के साथ, and we heard what Dr. Kalam had to offer about dreams. And another thought process is also coming, which is never dream of becoming something, but if you dream of doing something also. I think that is from our honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. So that is this is what the concept of Startup India, the first interpretation. The second one talks about, you see, so up to 10 years, it will be considered as a startup from the date of its incorporation or registration. So that is an organization. If it is a turnover for any of the financial years since incorporation, registration has not exceeded INR 100 crores. So there are different interpretation जो आप अपने students को शायद बोलते रहते होंगे उनको जब वो आते होंगे mentoring के time पे आपके साथ बात करने के लिए. So about little bit of entrepreneurship venture and also there are different interpretation, and Startup India के बारे में lot of initiative, lot of motivations are already given to young entrepreneurs and all. If it is working towards innovation, it talks about the development or improvement of product or processes or services. All of our respected professors who are from commerce, management and all in the session today, hopefully आप अपने students को in an entrepreneurship class might be telling all this about the concept of entrepreneurship, startup and social entrepreneurship ventures and things like that. Or if it is a scalable business, that is very important. It can be scalable model with a high potential of employment generation or wealth creation. So all those criterias, what we saw in the previous slide and this slide, are actually different ways of looking at a startup in terms of for how many years, what could be the amount since its turnover, since inception or registration period, and then it is working towards innovation, development of improvement of process and product both, or if it is scalable kind of a business model with high potential for employment generation or wealth creation. So these are all points जिसके बारे में शायद when we talk about skill development आज के तारीख पे our students not only are looking for employment but also becoming an entrepreneur. प्रोजेक्ट शक्ति के बारे में शायद आप सुने होंगे, सो आई विल रिक्वेस्ट यू टू काइंडली जस्ट check it out in the chat box. Have we heard about अगर आपने सुने होंगे यू कैन राइट अ क्विक यस, अगर आपने नहीं सुने होंगे आज के पहले, सो यू कैन kindly just drop a no in the chat box quickly please. If you have not heard of project Shakti, you can just quickly write no अगर आपने सुने होंगे, you can write a yes in the chat box. Let me see what all respected professors are actually writing in the chat box, and then we can move forward with it. Yes, nice to see that all of you are there and quickly giving a response, including Dr. Savita. Thank you. Welcome, Dr. Savita. I think Professor Rajavali is there. Thank you, Professor Rajeshwari. Dr. Mohan Rao sir is there. Yes, Professor Dr. Suhasini is there since the beginning. So my request to all of you, why not we watch it? Are we ready to? So this is also about little bit of encouraging women entrepreneurs in rural parts of our country. So I think are we ready to watch the Project Shakti video? अगर आपके पास maybe around 30 seconds है to watch it, you can please drop a yes in the chat box. I hope you'll be able to get little bit of a sense because Project Shakti is a very interesting venture, and by watching that short video, you'll be able to connect with what exactly a little bit of women empowerment, especially in rural parts of our country, is all about. So nice to see that all the professors who are right now near your device, you are able to drop a quick response. So as of now, there are 61 of us. The number shows, but I am getting response from at least 10. That is also good. I think we have touched a double-digit number. Rest of you, if you are there near your device and you're interested, you can drop a quick response also. By the time we go for watching the video about Project Shakti, which is about venture from Shakti Amma of the Hindustan Unilever. So जो आपके घर में शायद you might be buying one or two of their brands also when it comes to washing powder like a Surf Excel, or maybe a toothpaste like a Pepsodent, or even maybe on your dining table a brand of tomato ketchup from the brand Kishan, or a jam, mixed fruit jam. So these are all brands of the company, and they are actually talking about this Project Shakti. So एक बार देख लीजिए, and I hope you'll be able to connect with it. So this is the Project Shakti of Hindustan Unilever. एक बार उस slide को देखिए, उसके बाद we go and watch the video. So this is an initiative of a MNC, one of the leading players, if not the leading player in the FMCG business in the country, which is Hindustan Unilever. So Project Shakti, I think it enables women in villages across India to nurture an entrepreneurial mindset and become financially independent. So this is the most important aspect when we talk about Project Shakti. So let's watch the video, and once you watch the video, you will be able to figure out what kind of impact it is having in among women in rural parts of our country. So let's watch it, and then from there we move on to the next part of our discussion. So here is the video, and I will expect you to confirm if you are able to hear the audio also. I'm sharing the video with all of you, so just give me a second. And मुझे उम्मीद है कि आपको ज़रूर आवाज़ आएगा इस प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में, देखने से पता भी चल जाएगा. Yes, Dr. Sridevi, ma'am, can you unmute and confirm if you are able to hear the audio? Are you hearing the audio? Yeah, watch it please.
आठवां हम पढ़े हैं बस, फिर बाद में शादी हुई गई।
शादी होके यहाँ आए तो देहात में पर्दा तो होता ही है, तो दूसरे के दबाव में आ जाते हैं।
मम्मी पापा से कितना पैसा हम एडजस्ट करेंगे, अपने ऊपर तो सेल्फ डिपेंड होना चाहिए। फिर मुझे ये हिंदुस्तान लीवर वाले मिले,
तब वो कहने लगे हिंदुस्तान लीवर का काम है, आप अपनी बिजनेस अपने घर में कर लो।
2-3 दिन का मेरा बच्चा था, लेकिन हमें दिक्कतें थी, तो इसलिए शक्ति मैम ने कहा नाम मेरा लिख लो।
मैं करूँगी। फिर जब से मेरी ज्वाइंट हो गई है। हम शक्ति डीलर बनने से हमारे बच्चे हमारा इज्जत करते हैं। अपने बच्चे को हमने इंग्लिश मीडियम स्कूल में दाखिल किया।
मेरे हाथ में पैसा है, अपना जितना खर्चा करना चाहते हैं खर्चा कर लेते हैं।
यही सोचते हैं कि हमारा भगवान ऐसा ही दिन दूनी रात चौगनी पे बनाते रहें, मेरा परिश्रम सफल हो, मेरे बच्चे कामयाब हो।
I hope all of us got to watch the video and we made sense of it. शायद आप पहले भी शायद इसको देख चुके होंगे, इसके बारे में जानकारी रखते होंगे, बट आज जो इस वक्त इस सेशन में है दोबारा शायद आपको पता चल गया. So that is the project Shakti and how hopefully it is encouraging little bit of entrepreneurial mindset among rural women in our country. So that is what I think is good. Thank you, Dr. Shiv Kumari. I think for giving your response in the chat box. Thank you very much. So let's move forward. And as we move forward, slowly but steadily, I think another important thing, a lot of our students, अगर आप देखेंगे, they might be interested in not just about regular kind of entrepreneurship, but they might have some kind of a social inclination. They would like to address some social problems. So for them, I think when we do the mentoring, उनको थोड़ा इसके बारे में भी आप guide कर सकते हैं. And I think that is what UGC is also expecting, that our students should also focus a little bit of a social entrepreneurship के बारे में. तो चलिए देखते हैं इसके बारे में a little bit about another aspect, which is about the social entrepreneurship aspect when it comes with Startup India and the concept of entrepreneurship. So social entrepreneurship के बारे में अगर आप देखेंगे, there are many case studies and when we talk about there are also 20 such social entrepreneurs in India that एक students को थोड़ा बहुत जानकारी होना चाहिए. We will just touch upon one and अगर आप देखेंगे you will understand what kind of an impact it is having. So when we talk about a social entrepreneurship kind of a venture, you will see that it refers to an individual who pursues some kind of a noble ideas with the potential to solve or little bit alleviate certain community-oriented problems. As I said, they are not just interested in the normal course of entrepreneurship, but they are going beyond that. Social entrepreneurs, you see, they often are willing to take up a risk which are associated with their ventures to help address issues enabling positive change in our society. And there are lots and lots of examples. जैसे कि many of you might have heard about the Robin Hood Army, and also another one which is about Selco. So that is the case study what we are going to see next when it comes to innovation and entrepreneurship in a social context. Some of you must be aware about this person, and he is Mr. Harish Hande, is the founder and CEO of Selco. So what is that they did? And I think if you look at it, you will understand the kind of impact they are also having in the context of social entrepreneurship. The company, you see, they provide solar power technology. The first solar funding program in India that pragmatically provides solar technology for the poor. So that is what they are doing and making it affordable for them also. They have established more than, you see, 25 centers and installed more than, if you see, over a lakh and 15,000 solar power system in rural regions in India. So slowly the number is increasing, and I think hopefully they are making a little bit of a positive impact when it comes to a rural part of our country, and especially people who are not that privileged one. So these are all different ones जो आप शायद इसके बारे में अपने students को भी थोड़ा बहुत बता सकते हैं when you do the mentoring and all, because these are some inspirational stories and motivation. So I'll just try and move on to the next one. उसके बाद दोबारा मैं आपसे एक बार फिर से पूछूंगा about another important aspect. So this is about Mr. Harish and the founder CEO of Selco, जिसका case study के बारे में हम ज़रूर देखेंगे. So just give me a second, and I think hopefully we'll be able to try and watch another video file when it comes to this social entrepreneurship venture of Mr. Harish. So just give me a second, and I hope you will be able to watch it once again and आपको लगेगा कि yes, this is something which hopefully our students should also know about. So this is from Mr. Harish. I'll just try and see if we can play the video. Yes, hopefully it will appear before all of you. Professor Sridevi ma'am, एक बार check करके बोलिए if you are able to
Yes, sir.
watch the video.
It's visible, sir.
Okay. Watch carefully.
My mentor is a street vendor. My aunt has been buying vegetables from Lakshmi Bai from last 20 years. Typically, she wakes up at 3:30 in the morning. At 4 o'clock, she goes to Kormangla in Bangalore, takes money at 10% interest on a daily basis. That's 3,650%. She takes 1,000 rupees in the morning and buys vegetables. She pays 50 rupees for the cart. She goes around the whole day selling vegetables. At evening 8 o'clock, she has to decide what should be the pricing of the vegetables because she has no refrigerator at home. At the end of the day, she has to repay that 1,000 rupees to the money lender and then has enough money to actually go and feed her 3 kids. What she has done is 2 things: brilliant financial engineering, and second is brilliant social sustainability. She's delivering vegetables at your doorstep and what you actually need. She has balanced, without an MBA, a double bottom line: financial and social sustainability. Now I talk about the street vendor in Ahmedabad. She bought a solar light from us. The best financial lesson I have learned is from a street vendor who said 300 rupees a month is expensive, but 10 rupees a day is fine. The question is, because her cash flow was on a daily basis, so she bought a 5-year financed solar light that she could pay on a daily basis of 10 rupees. After a month, she came back and bought one more light. After a month, another light, and after a month, another light in 4 months. So when I went to her house, I actually did not see a single light in her house. What she does is she takes the 4 lights along with her during the evening at 6 o'clock and rents out the other 3 lights to her 3 neighboring street vendors. And she collects 10 rupees from them. So they are saving 5 rupees. She is now able to actually have 30 rupees and pays her mortgage to the bank. Brilliant, right? Brilliant entrepreneurship. What has she done? She is socially sustainable. She is financially sustainable. She is environmentally sustainable. There are already 300,000 poor in this country buying solar without subsidies, showing us the way that how sustainable living, using so-called expensive technologies like solar, you can live a life without subsidies, without harming the environment. And what a beautiful connection between sustainable energy and poverty alleviation without actually talking about climate change. And that is what we've been actually trying to do from last 18 years. Poor are actually going to teach all of us how to consume less, how to actually protect the environment, and do a sustainable business. The happiness today can actually be found in the poor of our country in a sustainable manner. Thank you very much.
So I hope we figured out so what exactly the case study and the idea coming from where exactly it is happening. So I think this is what coming from Selco, the organization, we already came to know. So let's move on. And as we move on, I think slowly but steadily, we are going to the next part, and hopefully it will be visible to all of you once again, the slide. Yes, this was a person who is Mr. Harish Shinde, and I think when we talk about it, the company is Selco and how they are going about addressing that problem. Then we are talking about tuning with reality, and I think this is another body जिसके बारे में शायद आप अपने students को बोलते रहते होंगे, which is NSQF. What is this NSQF? If you see, and after today, I think those who have not heard of it, hopefully you'll be able to pass on the message to your students. The National Skill Qualifications Framework, you see, it's a competence-based framework that organizes all qualification according to a series of levels of knowledge, skills, and aptitude. And when we talk about it, you see, there will be different kind of grading. So these levels are graded from 1 to 10 and are defined in terms of learning outcomes, which the learner must possess regardless of whether they are obtained through formal, non-formal, or informal learning. So I think as per the NEP, these things have become very, very important, and all those who are involved in developing the course and other thing, the syllabus framing, and also you know about all this that when we talk about the CO, the PO mapping and things like that. So these are a very, very important aspect which is to be taken care of. The National Skill Qualification Framework, it is actually a competency-based framework that organizes all qualifications according to a series of levels of knowledge, skills, and aptitude. And these are actually graded in such a way that whether these have been acquired through formal learning or maybe some sort of a informal or even MOOC and other forms, the SWAYAM platform, so that needs to be taken care of. And it was notified on 27th of December 2013, almost a decade back. So that is what I think we need to try and remind ourselves and also our students. The next one is NSDC. ये टर्म आपको थोड़ा याद रखना होगा. The national uh, when we talk about the National Skill Development Cooperation, which was set up in 2008. And when we talk about it, what exactly the objective? It talks about promoting skill development. So आज के जो session है is all about skill development. So it's not just about the formal education, but it's also about a lot of courses in the syllabus, in the course structure. You will see there have been thrust for vocational courses. There have been multidisciplinary courses, ability enhancement courses, value-added courses. So a lot of things apart from the core papers. Then we have some electives and all in the journey for getting a diploma, a certificate, a degree in this student's life. So the National Skill Development Corporation, it was set up as a part of the National Skill Development Mission to fulfill the growing need in India for skilled manpower across sectors and breach the existing gap between the demand and supply of skills. So what is the clear objective, the purpose of setting up of this organization? It's very clear in this particular slide. We are trying to bridge the gap, narrow it down between the demand and supply of skill, the kind of skills that is expected in the industry, in the job market, and what kind of skills we are actually offering to our students. So that's why in the NEP so much thrust has been given to different kind of subject combinations with multiple entry exit options and things like that. We hear about the academic bank of credits and all those things, so that students can pursue different kind of courses and all. So this is all about the holistic development of our students also. So the NSDC के बारे में अगर और थोड़ा हम देखेंगे, आपको लगेगा कि yes, these are all very, very important aspects that we need to tell our students also. So we have been hearing about Skill India and all, which is talking about creating a global workforce, and it is not going to happen overnight. It will take time, but I think a lot of initiatives have been taken, and जिसके बारे में शायद आपको भी पता है, and you must be knowing about that, which is coming next, the different kind of sectors and all. If you pay attention on this particular slide, I hope all the respected professors, आपको लगेगा कि yes, these are facts which are to be actually brought before our students also. There are over 11,000 training centers all across the country, and there are 36 sector specific skill councils with over 2,500 job roles. And if you see, there are 600 plus training partners, and it is spanning across 28 states and union territories, 8. So it can talk about, you see, umbrella kind of an approach where across the country in different states and union territories, we are trying to offer this kind of a skill, which is not just about the traditional kind of education, but also different kind of sector specific skills and all. So that is what our students should be knowing about. And what kind of skills we will expect our students to have in 21st century? Yes, apart from the domain specific knowledge, life skills is also going to be very, very important. So empowering youth with skills, training for employability and better livelihood. So इसके बारे में शायद आपको जानकारी है when we talk about the flagship skill development scheme of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship development cell के बारे में इसका functioning है. A lot of entrepreneurship development and awareness camps are organized, and a lot of initiatives are given to students who are having that kind of a creative and innovative flair in them. So this is what we are talking about. And इसके बाद what we will do is we will try and request you for another kind of a role play, and this time it will be about identifying a famous personality. Are we interested in identifying a famous? So it will be a clue-based round, and those who are interested in playing this game, you are most welcome to give me a yes in the chat box. So we already had two role playing where once we saw six different options coming our way, and I had to request you to do the ranking. The next one was looking at a dress and identifying the colors, but this one is something different. This one we are going to identify a famous personality, and those who are from the discipline of sports or physical education, even they will enjoy. उनको तो पता ही होगा along with all other professors, because we will love to identify a famous personality from the world of sports, and I think it will be a clue based round. So आपको सिर्फ chat box में एक के बाद एक क्लू आपको दिखाई देंगे ऑन द स्क्रीन, एंड आपको सिर्फ गेस करना है कि ये कौन हो सकता है. सो दैट इज द game we are going to play with all of you. So I will expect all of you to give a quick response in the chat box, and then I'll be able to show you the slide along with the clues and all. So I'll brief you how to go about it, and uske liye I think we need to be ready with it, because life is a journey, and we are going to see a journey of a famous sports personality. And once we look at the journey, आपको लगेगा भाई हाँ, ये तो हम भी जानते थे, हमको भी पता है इसके बारे में. That is going to be the situation after this role play. Yes, so those who are interested in this role play, for them I just brief you how we are going to move ahead in this game. I will present you one clue after the other. आपको जो करना है, आपको अगर फर्स्ट क्लू में लगता है कि यू विल बी एबल टू गेस हु इज ही और शी, आपको एक नाम लिखना है चैट बॉक्स में. बाय राइटिंग वन यू हैव टू गिव द नेम. अगर आपको सेकंड क्लू, अगेन आई विल प्रेजेंट आफ्टर लुकिंग एट द सेकंड क्लू, आपको अगर लगता है कि नो आई वांट टू चेंज द आंसर, यस यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम, यू कैन चेंज योर आंसर मल्टीपल टाइम. ऐसा नहीं कि आपको वेट करना है अंत तक एंड देन यू आर गोइंग टू गिव. So you can change your answer multiple times, but हर clue के बाद you have to give a name or you have to write pass. So that is how we are going to move forward. So in the chat box, please be ready, and I'll see that who is getting the name right at which clue. So if after second clue you think no, I'll love to look at the next clue, so I'll give you clue number 3. And उसके बाद अगर आपको आंसर देना है, you have to write number 3 and give the answer. But please every clue में आप आंसर दीजिए, either pass or take a name. But don't wait for the last clue. I hope तभी मजा आएगा. I hope we all are ready. So thank you very much those who have shown interest in the likes of Professor Parveen. I can see Professor Dr. Sridevi. Thank you, Professor Dr. Savita. Dr. Shiva Kumar is there. Professor Nagaraju is there. Dr. Ravi, thank you. Professor Dr. Mahavir, thank you very much. Dr. Mohan Rao. सभी एक साथ खेलेंगे तो मज़ा आएगा. सो लेट्स ट्राई एंड सी, एंड मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप ज़रूर इन सब इनके बारे में जानकारी रखते होंगे, आप भी अपने स्टूडेंट्स को बोलते होंगे. सो माय नाम इज़ who am I? So you have to guess ये कौन हो सकता है. So you have to just write 1 2 ऐसे करते हुए along with the name. So हर एक क्लू के बाद आपको चैट बॉक्स में आंसर डालना है. That is what I will expect from all of you. So let's move forward, and it will take hardly 2 minutes of our valuable time. So here comes the first clue for all of you, and don't unmute and speak. Just kindly silently mention the name along with the clue number. So here is the स्लाइड, एंड मुझे उम्मीद है कि आपको शायद दिखाई दे रहा है. सो यस डॉक्टर श्रीदेवी मैम, कैन यू जस्ट कंफर्म इफ यू आर एबल टू सी the next slide, which is life is a journey, let's travel it.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
we are
yes,
looking at someone's life and the journey. How was the journey like? And so this is a very famous journey, and I hope आपको पता है इसके बारे में. The first clue for all of you. आफ्टर लुकिंग एट द क्लू, आप सभी को जो करना है चैट बॉक्स में नंबर 1 लिख के एक नाम लिखना है, या मे बी यू हैव टू राइट 1 पास. ठीक है. सो लेट्स सी द फर्स्ट क्लू. We are actually identifying or trying to identify a national level volleyball player. So that is the first clue. अगर कोई भी नाम आ रहा है आपके दिमाग में, you can write, or else you write 1 pass. I'll wait for 10 seconds for you to respond, give the answer. 1 pass जरूर दे दीजिए. We move on to clue 2. I hope respected professors are responding on clue number 1. Here comes clue number 2. After looking at the second clue of if you want to take a name, you drop a name with number 2, or else you write again 2 pass. So here is the second clue for all of you. On 11th of April 2011, आज से almost 13 years back, she was traveling from Lucknow to Delhi by train. So this is clue number 2. अगर कोई नाम आपको याद आ रहा है, you can write to the name, or else you write to pass. I'll wait for another 10 seconds quickly for all of you to give your answer, and मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप ज़रूर आंसर दे रहे होंगे chat box में. Anybody and everybody can play, and I think you can give your responses in the chat box. Let's move to clue number 3. As she was traveling from Lucknow to Delhi by train, suddenly there were some robbers, and she resisted them, and because of that she was thrown out of train. So this is clue number 3 for all of you, and I hope, I guess, clue number 3 में ज़रूर आप कोई ना कोई नाम लिखेंगे. If not, please write 3 and write pass. So let's move on to clue number 4. And because of this incident, what happened, you see, very tragic incident happened. She was thrown out of train, and because of that her leg was amputated below the knee, and there were 2 rods inserted in the other leg. I will request all of you to just think for a minute. A national level volleyball player in her prime, trying to make it big in the game, that was her dream. Suddenly her dream got shattered, and she was left in this particular condition. Touchwood, अगर किसी के साथ ना हो, फिर भी if we have to assume that अगर आप और हम उनके जगह होते तो क्या सोच सकते थे जीवन में, और क्या करने के लिए आप सोच सकते थे. So that is what often students come when they talk about lot
Sir,
of
Arunima Sinha,
setbacks,
na? Arunima
when we
Sinha.
talk about frustration and all.
Sir,
So in
Arunima
spite
Sinha.
of that, yeah, we will see the answer
Sir,
in the
Arunima
chat box.
Sinha.
Please answer in the chat box. Thank you so much. Please answer in the chat box. So she was determined to achieve something in life. And I think what was we said now, it's all about, you see, dreams and how you take your life forward. अगर किसी के साथ ऐसा हादसा हो जाए फिर भी how she thought of taking her life forward. So this talks about I think the journey. And when we talk about the kind of personality, the kind of attitude, the kind of mindset, the motivation, all clubbed in one. Look at the next dreams she set for herself, and I hope everybody will be able to figure it out in this particular clue. She decided to climb Mount Everest. आज मैंने आपसे पूछा था in the first part, how is the road to success? And you all gave me very meaningful answers. So was it easy? She decided to climb Mount Everest. So on 21st of May 2013, she became the first female amputee to climb Mount Everest. And was the journey easy? It took her 52 days of tough climbing, and you can understand this. And I hope by now many of you have got the name, and आप शायद आपके students को भी बोलते रहते होंगे, याद दिलाते रहते होंगे. And because of this wonderful achievement of hers, she was awarded Padma Shri in 2015. And this is none other than Arunima Sinha, the first female amputee to conquer Mount Everest. And मुझे उम्मीद है कि we all can appreciate and show empathy towards her, and we can take a lot of real life lessons from her, and hopefully our students will be reminded. So I will request you to raise your hands in appreciation of everybody who played this game, and I know there are many who got the name also right, and also for Arunima Sinha, because this was that proud moment when she was receiving the Padma Shri in 2015 by the then Honorable President Shri Pranab Mukherjee. So that is the journey of Arunima Sinha ji, and मुझे उम्मीद है कि as everybody all playing it got it right. Professor, yes, Jaya Prashad, Dr. Jaya Prashad was also giving the correct answer. Dr. Geeta, it's not about who got it right and which clue, but I think we all played together, and that's I think the one which is very, very interesting. I'll appreciate each and everybody, all the respected professor who is actually taking part in this session today, and I think we can salute her, and she is really a inspiration for many of us and our students also. So what it actually tells us is the importance of life skills, and आज का जो session था is on life skills. So rather than talking about it, I thought why not we experience it. And so the next slide will actually take us there, and I hope with this role-playing videos, case studies. Slowly, we have come to a stage where we can understand what exactly लाइफ स्किल्स इज ऑल अबाउट. सो मुझे उम्मीद है कि ज़रूर आप इसके साथ कनेक्ट कर पाएंगे एंड आपको लगेगा कि यस, दिस इज व्हाट एक्चुअली हैपेंड इन टुडेज सेशन when the theme was skill development and we talked about life skills. There are three broad dimensions of life skills which we actually experience today. The first one, you see, it talks about thinking skill. Under that comes, I think, little bit of problem solving and decision making. So I have given you more than one option to actually solve some problem, whether it was about identifying the color of the dress or to fix up priorities in your life, and each one of you have given the decision whether God should be kept above your family or maybe your friend should come over your profession. So all those decisions you have taken. Color of the dress, you have taken a decision whether it is blue, black, white, golden, brown, whatever is it. And then I think a little bit of critical thinking also hopefully happened in today's session. That is under thinking skill. The second one, हमारे जो स्टूडेंट्स आई थिंक दे नीड टू ऑल्सो बी गुड विद ऑल दिस अपार्ट फ्रॉम देयर डोमेन स्पेसिफिक स्किल्स. सो मुझे जैसे मैंने बताया कि आई गिव यू 10 on 10 टुडे. द काइंड ऑफ interpersonal relationship, the kind of communication that happened, though it is an online session, I think each one of you have shared your experience. You have come forward by unmuting. You have shared about your memorable moments. You have time to time shared your experience on whether the road to success is any having any shortcut, is it easy or something different. So that talks about social skill. And obviously, we are not showing any sympathy towards Arunima Sinhaji, but we can genuinely show empathy towards her, what actually happened and how she actually thought of the next dream. And last but not the least, I think what better example case study than the one which we all saw just now in Arunima Sinhaji, which talks about managing emotion and dealing with stress and emotional turmoil. कभी कभी हमारे students जब आते होंगे mentoring के लिए, they also come with lot of challenges, a lot of frustrations and setbacks in life, and we need to try and hopefully guide them in the right direction. So these are the three dimensions of life skills. मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप शायद इसको एक्सपीरियंस करे होंगे आज. नॉट जस्ट यू केम टू नो अबाउट इट, but we actually experienced it with the help of the case studies, the videos and all. So let me go and request all of you once again in the chat box for a simple answer. And I hope did we experience life skills in today's session? Yes, Dr. Sridevi, salute to her courage and determination. Yes, yes, I think Dr. Parveen had also written about that apni kamzori को ताकत बनाना. Yes, that is absolutely true. Convert your weakness into your strength. My request to all the respected professor, did we experience life skills, what it is all about, the three dimension? I'll not say did we understand because आप सभी को जानकारी है, but did we experience it when it comes to a little bit of social skill, when it comes to little bit of uh, थिंकिंग स्किल है, सबसे जो इम्पोर्टेंट इमोशनल स्किल, ये तीन डायमेंशन ऑफ लाइफ स्किल्स. आई होप यू ऑल एक्सपीरियंस्ड इट in today's session. So this is what going to be the takeaway of today's session. And I think I'll just wrap up in next 5 minutes time. So जरूर आप अपना response chat box में डालते रहिए because I can see yes Professor Parveen, yes, thank you Dr. Mohan Rao. I think yes, thank you for your comments in the chat box. I can see Dr. Shavita is saying yes. Dr. Anuprasad, I think you have written no, not yet. मतलब आपने लाइफ स्किल्स का जो थ्री डायमेंशन है आज के सेशन में एक्सपीरियंस नहीं किए होंगे शायद, बिकॉज द थ्री डायमेंशन आई रिपीट once again talks about one was about interpersonal skill, little bit of communication. It talks about creativity. The second dimension was all about social skill and all, and the third was about emotional aspect. So with the help of Arunima Sinha's case study, we addressed that one about how to deal with stress and emotional turmoil and things like that. Hopefully you're getting the link now when we talk about it. So let's move forward, and I hope we have the next slide ready which talks about the next part of it. And it talks about that important aspect that in the first part today we spoke about the importance of learner-centric method rather than teacher-centric method. And now we are talking about developing analytical skills among our students according to the national education policy. So information processing, आज हमने बहुत case studies examples के दौरान we have processed information. So the focus should be more on a knowledge construction. I repeat, not just knowledge transmission. 2 बजे से लेके अभी तक around 5 o'clock, it is not my intention to pass on any inputs. That should have been knowledge transmission. But मेरा intention जो है अभी भी है is to try and have little bit of knowledge construction. How knowledge construction will happen? कहीं पे भी अगर आप ऑफलाइन ऑनलाइन सेशन ले रहे होंगे, आई थिंक नॉलेज कंस्ट्रक्शन इज गोइंग टू हैपन मोस्टली बेस्ड ऑन पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ द लर्नर्स. मैंने आपको नहीं बताया कि व्हाट इज़ द मेमोरेबल मोमेंट ऑफ योर लाइफ. मैंने आपको नहीं बताया कि इज देयर एनी शॉर्टकट टू सक्सेस और नॉट. इट्स यू हु टोल्ड मी दैट देयर आर नो शॉर्टकट टू सक्सेस. आई डिडंट टेल you that how you are going to take your life forward. It was your individual answers that helped us to understand whether you want to live your life in terms of years, in terms of months, in terms of days, or in terms of some memorable or special moments के हिसाब से. I didn't tell you whether to keep God or your family in the top priority list, but it was you. So when we talk about knowledge construction, it is mostly the personal experience of the learners that helps in knowledge construction. So you see, this is what is going to be seen in the next slide also when we talk about the shift from knowledge transmission to knowledge construction. So developing analytical skill among our students. So how we are going to try and create knowledge, whether it is an offline session or during the course of mentoring. So the personal experience of learners, it plays a major role in construction of knowledge. So what is the takeaway of today's session? अगर आप देखेंगे, we started off with dreams, we spoke about success and failure, we discussed about whether falling in love is easy or maybe it is otherwise. So these are all things what actually helped us to connect with today's session. Active participation of the learners is required for knowledge construction. अगर आप पूरा chat option के तरह देखेंगे, आपको लगेगा कि how slowly but steadily each one of you have added value to today's session, and that is actually how hopefully if at all any kind of knowledge that has been created in today's session. And अंत में I think the conclusion is the focus should be on learner-centric method that we saw in the first part today. What is a learner-centric method? I hope all the respected professors, you will still remember that it talks about giving importance to little bit of discussion, group activities, more of practical exposure, little bit of field work, internship, projects, वगैरह. And along with that, what should be the aim? It should be more of knowledge construction. So that is the conclusion when we say the focus should be on learner-centric method, not teacher-centric method, and it should be more on knowledge construction, not on knowledge transmission. So that is the need of the hour. And with those words, I would like to wrap up by asking you for the last time a simple request in the chat box. Whatever we do, how important is trust in life? मेरा request है आपसे, how important is this 5-letter word called trust? So आपको अगर लगता है कि this is just a word in the dictionary, you can say no, not at all important at all. I think if you see that yes, trust is important, you can mention that in the chat box also. So जो जैसा लगता है आप लिखिए please chat box में. Is trust important in life? अगर आपको लगता है हाँ important है, you can write. If you think no, not at all important, that also you can mention in the chat box. So let me see what all you are writing in the chat box. So that will help me to connect with it. So let's see the answer first, and then I think we will try and move forward quickly. And that will be the last request from my side. I have been requesting you again and again, and so nice of you that you have lived up to my request and you have responded. So that will be the last one. How important is trust? ट्रांसपेरेंसी इन लाइफ से इसी के साथ हम आज का सेशन एंड करेंगे. सो बिफोर दैट आई वुड लव टू नो फ्रॉम यू हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इज trust in life. And I can see responses coming from all the respected professors with a lot of inputs also. Trust is important in life because it is a foundation for healthy relationship. Dr. Shiva Kumar, thank you. It is very important. Professor Sara, Professor Parveen is saying build this trust is really important to connect with our learner. Very true. Professor Girish, Professor, yes, Sridevi, Dr. Sridevi is saying it is very important to build human relationship. Thank you. Professor Harsha is saying major part in our life. Yes, it's very true. So I think thank you so much, Dr. Ravi, for your word of appreciation. Thank you very much. It's because of you. Sir has given also a little bit of comment. Dr. Shiva Kumar is saying trust is essential for healthy relationship. Bahut hi badhiya. Mutual respect is Dr. I think Suhasini mentioning that. So let's watch the last part of the session with which we will wrap up, which is the 21st century skill, and with that I will try to wrap up the session, and I think आप भी शायद अपने students को बोलते रहते होंगे what are the four 21st century skills relates to. So let's see the four C's, and शायद आज के session में we try to experience all those four C's. When we talk about it, the first one talks about communication, and though it was an online session, I think there were no two thoughts about it that you all score 10 on 10 in terms of communication by way of chat box, raising and lowering of hands, unmuting, everything. The second one, collaboration. We all have collaborated. I am from this side, you are from the other side, across the country. I think that is what is need of the hour. The third one, critical thinking and little bit of creativity. थोड़ा बहुत जो भी मौका मिला, we had some role playings, and the last video is coming. We came across the Open Door project video. We came across the Shakti Amma of the HUL, and this is the last one, which will be about trust and transparency, how important it is in all walks of life. So let's wrap up with this video, and मुझे उम्मीद है कि you all have got a little bit of a flair about life skills, which is also required apart from your domain specific skill, which you all are an expert. So here comes the last video for all of you, and after that I think I'll just present the thank you note for all of you. So this is the last one from my side, which is about trust and transparency, and I'll request you to confirm if you're able to hear the audio, please. Are we hearing the audio, Dr. Sridevi, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, watch it, please.
Wait. There's something I want to tell you. -2.
Even I have something to tell you.
Lasting relationships are based on transparency, like what Geojit BNB Paribas shares with 4.5 lakh customers. Benefit from transparency.
So I believe we all got the message what exactly and how important is trust and transparency in all walks of life. So on that note, I think I'll just point out the last slide, and I think so nice of all of you that you had been actively there all throughout the session. So this is the last one from my side. We started off with dream today, and I hope we will try and wrap up at the right moment. This is 5 o'clock. So I will say that when it's dark enough, then only we can see the stars. And I think yesterday has gone, tomorrow we don't know what is going to happen. So today is what we have. So why not we make the most out of it? So thank you. And I think as mentor, as academician, we should be next to our students, and they are going to be the creator of their own destiny, and the success key will be in their hands. So thank you so much, all the respected professors, participants, and special word of appreciation to respected coordinator, sir, and director, ma'am, and the entire team at UGC MMTTC at Mysore University for inviting me. And I really had a wonderful, enriching experience. Thank you so much. And over to the participants. If anybody has any observation, comments, any question, criticism, I'm open for everything. So you are most welcome to come forward and share. Yes, Professor Sridevi is visible to us. Ma'am, thank you for your presence. You can share your views, comments, if any.
Thank you so much, sir. Very nice and wonderful session. I'm thinking that I am in a class and you are teaching.
No, ma'am, not like that. We all are on the same
Don't worry.
boat. Yeah. Thank you for your presence, ma'am. Thank you so much. Nice that you had been there all throughout, like all the other respected professor. Yes, Professor Dr. Harsha, you had been there since afternoon. Thank you.